to you today. My name is Katy Yelovich, and I am here today speaking as a Hamiltonian who loves her city, its history, its people, and its well-being. After many months of following Hamilton's controversial LRT project, I must say I completely agree with Councillor Whitehead requesting the Auditor General of Ontario to look into the $1 billion provincially taxpayer-funded project. The continual lack of transparencies and untruths promoted by Metrolinx, the Mayor, the councillors of Wards 1, 2, 3, and 4 is irresponsible and unacceptable to the informed taxpayers of Hamilton. Is it wrong to ask for nothing less than total a done deal left unanswered? Is it because the more exposure this venture gets, the less popular it becomes? Probably. One of the most crucial outstanding questions is regarding the maintenance and operating costs. Who is paying? How much will it be? Would any of you buy a house or a car knowing that you are spending large sums of money without knowing what your total cost would be and without knowing if you could afford your purchase? So why does Metrolinx and our City Council think it is okay for Metrolinx to push ahead and spend the taxpayer contribution of $1 billion without the taxpayers knowing in advance who will pay these maintenance and operating costs and what those costs are? It is very unlikely Metrolinx will cover these costs, and so why can we not have total transparency on this issue? This is simple. Transparency would break the Metrolinx strategy of influence. In other words, what we don't know will keep Metrolinx in control. I think it's a strategic game that has to stop now. There are many things our city will lose if the LRT is implemented, besides millions of additional taxpayer dollars to see this project to the end. It will cost ultimately more than $1 billion and will take more than 5 years to build under the direction of Metrolinx. Again, the taxpayers of Hamilton and Ontario will be footing the bill through increased taxation. King Street will lose the more successful B line, which runs from Eastgate to University Plaza, to see a total of 34 comfortably 14 LRT stops spaced over approximately 800 meters apart. Question: why are we so eager to give away such valuable real estate so easily? Why are we paying to privatize our public transit system? In the end, who will really financially benefit from the LRT? First and foremost, Metrolinx, the provincial government charging the LRT hydro rates, the consortium hired to build the LRT, the construction workers for 5 to 7 years, the developers already speculating on the expropriations taking place and about to take place, and finally, those silly ambulance-chasing lawyers waiting in line to help win their cases against Metrolinx. No, a winning expropriation settlement is not paid for by Metrolinx. No, you, the taxpayer, will foot that bill too. We are reduced to enriching the smaller inner circle in each and every town. Metrolinx takes control of the management of local transit. I believe that sometimes you've got to give up on some people, not because you don't care, but because they don't. Mr. Mayor and the councillors of Wards 1, 2, 3, and 4, I would suggest you update your resumes. Election 2018 is just...
Are there any questions? Councillor Farr?
Yeah, so interesting point near the end there. And I'll tell you, the family did a remarkable job before my time, also putting the fear of God into residents when the Good Shepherd project was going to be built and property values were going to go down.
Wait a sec. That was...
We were mentioned, so I have a comment. I am not in local politics to be worried about my job.
Councillor Farr.
With respect to
Councillor
Farr,
Farr.
it is to make sound decisions for the future of this city.
Point of order.
So it's an offensive comment.
Councillor Whitehead.
We're not here to debate. We're not here to debate the.
Got it all wrong.
We're not going any further. There is to be some decorum here and some respect for each other. And that goes for everyone, presenters and councillors. And I'm not going to get in the middle of it and yell at you. So stop. Just stop. We're done. Does anyone have any respectful questions of Katy? Councillor Green, you're next on the list, and then Councillor Whitehead.
Yes, thank you very much, Madam Deputy Mayor. And in addressing the comments made, are you aware that in 2014 we all ran on LRT and were duly elected?
Yes, I am. I'm aware of it. And who?
Councillor Whitehead.
I mean, the reality is the Spectator did a poll of a majority of the council here, and a majority of the council said no to LRT, so we can counter that. Can I ask the question?
Point of order. Point of order. Point of order. Well, it's not
Councillor
relevant.
Farr, what is your point of order?
It was a yes or no question. We didn't have a chance to elaborate on that particular poll, and we had already obviously not received but asked for 100% funding. So it would have been nice to elaborate on that particular poll question. Well, he's got a whole bunch of point of orders.
That's not a point of order. That's not a point of order. We're moving on.
I respectfully withdraw the statement, even though it's true. Anyway,
Councillor Whitehead, do you have a question?
Yes, the question I have is, first of all, I want to thank you for supporting the Auditor General, more transparency on this issue. Do you know what the operating maintenance cost is at this point?
No.
Do you think it's fair for council to say it's a done deal without understanding what those cost implications are?
No, absolutely not.
Thank you.
Thank you, Katy. I don't have any more questions.
Thank you.
I'd like to take a moment and just recognize